When I was a kid growing up, there were 3 games that I would play religiously on the family computer. The original Roller Coaster Tycoon game, the extremely spooky Garfield point-and-click adventure game called Garfield's Scary Scavenger Hunt, and a racing game by the name of Revolt. I spent so many hours playing this game, even after I got all the RC cars, tracks, mirrored tracks, and even the special and creepy panda car. The game was a simple racing game where you controlled RC cars from a third person's perspective. It had power-ups kind of like Mario Kart with a plentiful selection of cars. Tracks took you to places like a cul-de-sac, a museum, a toy store, and even a supermarket. There was also a track editor you could mess around with and make your own courses. On the PC versions, you could actually lift the track into the air, which could, in turn, make some pretty interesting stuff. Before you ask, yes, I did own the game on the Nintendo 64, and I do right now own a copy for the PlayStation 1. It goes without saying that the PC version I think is the best version. Not only does it have a better track editor, but you can also race with more than 3 AI-controlled cars at a time. Needless to say, when the PC version of the game stopped working on my Windows 7 computer, I was devastated. I didn't want to play the weaker version of the game. I wanted the real thing! Even though I didn't know how to search it up back then. I really wanted a new game in the Revolt series. Eventually, I was able to download a version that works with Windows 10 from a website called RevoltRace.com, which features all different versions of the game and a fan-made patch. Let me guide you into my memory to a Sam's Club, which is pretty much a bigger super Walmart that sells everything in bulk. They had a huge wall of TVs, as most stores do, and every so often an ad would play showcasing the power of the TV and show snippets of a certain game.
I am now loading Acclaim's Revolt. I will soon experience complete oneness with an interconnected global community of game warriors.
This game being what I would call Revolt 2 to my parents. It showed a clip of Dr. Grudge, which is a name of an RC car from the original game, driving on a course that I didn't recognize, with other new cars that I also did not recognize. I was very excited and browsed the shelves after shelves looking for Revolt 2, but I never found it. This video that I saw on the Sam's Club TV wall, I would later find out while editing this video, was actually an Xbox Live commercial for the original Xbox.
Gotta love that feature. And that's the race. Check out the results screen. It shows everyone's standings in the race. Hey, Roadhog's cool and a worthy opponent. Let's add him to our friends list.
Well, how do I do it?
Oh, the friends list is a really cool way to keep track of the people you'd like to play against.
My parents couldn't find it either, and eventually I forgot about it and continued playing the PC version up until it stopped working on my Windows 7. But the question still remained in my mind. Where is Revolt 2? Let me take you on a journey through Revolt's history. Revolt was developed by Acclaim Studios in London and published by Acclaim Entertainment for the PC, Nintendo 64, PlayStation 1, and the Dreamcast. They released it in 1999 along with the Revolt car editor, which is only available on the PC version. The Dreamcast and PlayStation versions would include more cars than the base 28 on PC and Nintendo 64. In 2004, Acclaim Entertainment closed down and the fan community took over from there. But let's rewind just a bit. After the release of Revolt, the developers started working on what they would call Revolt 2 Pocket Rockets, which then changed to Revolt 2 RC Revenge, which then turned into just RC Revenge. Little Yemmy couldn't find Revolt 2 because it wasn't even named Revolt 2. RC Revenge was the sequel to Revolt, that is true, but it was a PlayStation exclusive, which I did not have. The PlayStation 1 version released to average reviews in December of 2000 in Europe and then in 2001 in North America. At the time of recording this, I do have a copy on the way from Amazon. It's the PS2 version, which was renamed RC Revenge Pro. It added new animations and 4 new tracks in a pirate world. But wait! The first Google result for Revolt 2 is a mobile game version, which was free to play on the Google Play Store and was released in 2014 initially in Korea and New Zealand, then worldwide. What is this game? Now, there isn't much information on it, and it seems to have been deleted off the Google Play services. Is this the actual successor to Revolt? No. It's actually a slimmed down version of the original game, with added-in microtransactions which took the form of bronze coins you collected throughout the races. The game did have a lot of RC cars and tracks, with a few new ones sprinkled in, but unfortunately, this game is actually lost in time. Although, it really doesn't have any good ratings, so I don't think I would want to play it anyways. One user goes out of their way to say that it was a real disgrace, and 565464356, you are absolutely correct. The game also looks comparatively bad to even the original version of the game, but at least it has 30 cars to choose from, not all of them being reskins from the original game. You also use these coins to upgrade your cars, purchase new events, challenges, and tracks. There's also a ticket and diamond system to buy new cars and race in events as well. When not in a race, you are blasted with ads and must watch ads to continue playing. From what I've seen from the gameplay that I'm showing in the background, only 2 cars can race at a time in the single-player mode. This is not the Revolt 2 game you're looking for, but this begs the question: how did this new company even acquire the rights to Revolt? We Go Interactive acquired the rights in 2010 from Throwback Entertainment, which had acquired the rights in 2006 after Acclaim went under. We Go Interactive is a Korean-based company and actually re-released Revolt Classic on the iOS platform in October of 2012, which is also not available on the App Store anymore. After Revolt 2, We Go would say that they are making a multiple platform experience for Revolt, boasting that it would appear on PC, Xbox, and PlayStation, and I quote, would be coming out in the long future. What we got was called Revolt 3, which once again is not on the Google Play Store anymore. It was not released on Xbox, PC, or PlayStation, but of course it was only a Android game. It released in 2016 with updated graphics and a new control scheme. For whatever reason, they put in a Need for Speed type character who coaches you throughout the game, along with nitro boosts and a really slow max speed that would probably put any child to sleep. After the game released, We Go Interactive went silent on their Facebook page, which was the only place that I could actually find any information about them, until more recently in February of 2020 that they posted a link to a now defunct website and then posted a "Do you remember" for the original Revolt game. And they were silent for the rest of 2020. I think it can be said that any new sequel to the actual sequel, will never recapture the charm or love put into the original game. With both Revolt 2 and 3 being unavailable, I guess it's easy to tell you which version of Revolt 2 to play, but even if they were available, I probably couldn't even recommend a microtransaction-riddled shell of what I used to love. I am looking forward to playing RC Revenge. It will be interesting to finally play the true Revolt 2.